And now joining us here on the back patio at the Peoria Sports Complex is Tyler Wade.
First time ever.
I would say Padres infielder, Padres outfielder, Padres everything player. Joins us here on 97.3 The Fan. Tyler, it's good to have you on the flagship station. Good morning.
Good morning. Good to have you guys. Thank you.
It's good to finally meet you. I met you a little bit at fantasy camp, and we were just talking off the air about how you were out here early. You're out here with the elite athletes that you saw out here at fantasy camp.
Oh yeah,
guys in the best shape of their lives.
I learned a thing or two.
You learned what not to turn into, I think. But you definitely see everybody was out here just eating it all up. But it was great to see you and Jackson were here. And like I said, we made a big deal about it because that's cool. We wanted. I think every fan is like, I want my guys there working and grinding.
Yeah, no doubt.
And you guys were absolutely here doing that. Do you go insane in the off season? You need to get back here?
Yeah, kind of like what we were saying off air, man. Like I think once like January rolls around and you start getting that itch a little bit, and you start talking to the guys, getting group chats, like start FaceTiming each other, and that's when things start to get rolling. And then obviously like Jackson and I living out here, I was like, yo, let's just go to the complex, get some work in, and then slowly but surely guys start trickling in, and then just get things rolling.
Get to the complex, see some real good-looking swings, some real heat in the bullpen from the fantasy campers. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing when we're here and then these guys show up.
That's why I don't play.
I don't think that's embarrassing at all.
It's embarrassing.
I don't think so at all, man.
You guys were doing speed drills while we were stretching, and I wanted to hide. I'm like, look how fast and lithe and
oh, come on,
built these dudes are, man. It's embarrassing.
Don't let us trick you.
All right. That's fair enough, man. So good to be back with the Padres. I know everyone's excited to have you back. This off season for you, obviously, the way that the last season ended was tough. We were talking to Joe about it. Said he just gotten surgery that day, and he's watching that game 5. He goes, "This is the worst day ever for you guys." How long did it take you to kind of move past?
Man, that's a good question. Maybe a month, man. It was even tough to watch the playoffs, man.
Sure.
Yeah, that shit hurt, man. Just because we believed in ourselves and we thought we were the best team and we had a really good squad, man. But we use that as motivation. I think that's why, like what you were talking about, like guys coming in early and we're hungry, So we're kind of using that fuel for 2025.
Tyler, I want to go back and talk about your road to the big leagues.
Yeah,
how you got here. You grew up Murrieta, Ricky Fowler country, as I like to call that.
Yeah.
And you were actually one of the last recruiting classes for Tony Gwynn at San Diego State, correct? But you decided to go the pro route, and when you're drafted, you signed with the Yankees. How tough of a decision was that, and, the process of being recruited by Tony at San Diego State?
Yeah, that was kind of surreal for me, growing up. I was a Yankee fan, but going to Padre games and obviously knowing who Tony was. And I think it was my sophomore year. Going into my sophomore year, San Diego State reached out and then they're like, yeah, come out for your unofficial visit. And Tony's talking to me. I'm like, I can't believe I'm talking to Tony Gwynn. He's like, you want to come here? And I was like, like my parents, I was like, I can't say no to Tony Gwynn.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that process for me as a 15, 16-year-old kid was pretty special. And then once kind of my senior year rolled around, I didn't think I ever in my back of my mind was ever going to get drafted. Right. And then, scouts started coming around, and then I was like, if the opportunity presents itself, I hate saying this, but I was going to school to play baseball. You know what I mean? I'm sorry to say it, but that's what I was doing, right? Like
your career in neuroscience was on hold. So.
Yeah, that was on. Yeah, being an anesthesiologist because that was on hold. Yeah. But I told my parents, I was like, this is anything I've ever dreamed of, and if the opportunity is there and it feels right, let's do it. And then
it's the Yankees too. I mean, the Yankees draft you.
Fourth round,
it's crazy. Yeah, and I couldn't say no. I couldn't say no, man. And got out as planned, man, and it worked out for the best.
And then you were with the Yankees for a while. They traded you to the Angels,
and then traded right back.
And then you got traded right back. What was the story there? You were there for like half a season, and they traded you right back to the Yankees.
I wish I knew the full story.
It's a weird business.
Yeah, dude, it was funny. I don't think I've ever told this story, but I was on a bachelor trip. And I woke up to Cashman calling me at like 7 a.m. I'm like,
I'm dead.
I was like, I'm dead. I was dead, and then I was like, I'm even more dead.
What did he know? What did he see from last
night? But then he's like, hey man, we're trading you to Anaheim, yada yada yada. And I was kind of like shocked because I was like, I didn't expect that.
Sure.
And then I was like, oh, cool. I'm going to California.
Yeah.
Cool. Right. And then it was all right. And then July comes around, and they're like, I'm in the dugout, and they're like, hey, you're getting traded back to the Yankees. I said, that's funny, huh? And they're like, no, you got to go. And I was like,
no way.
This is real. And then literally same thing. I'm walking in the clubhouse, and the phone's ringing, it's Cash. And I'm like, oh, wow. Okay, cool. But yeah, man, I mean, I love that organization, man. I was there for 9 years, almost 10 years. And that's family to me. I still got some of my best friends over there.
Sure.
And they took a chance on me, man. Like as a young kid, and I was like 150 pounds out of high school, man. I don't know what they saw, but I appreciate Cash and Hal and all those guys, man. So yeah, they're good people.
That's awesome. We're joined by Tyler Wade here. Now you're with the San Diego Padres, and you've ingratiated yourself to this organization as well. You do a lot of things for the team. It takes a special kind of player. Baseball is full. You have to have an ego to play this game. You cannot play this game without thinking you're the best. Yeah. And for you, where Shilty may come to you one day and say, hey, I mean, you may not play for a week. Yeah. How hard is that? And what's it like for you being the guy that can play anywhere and sometimes has to?
Well, first off, like Shilty to me, I what you guys saw last year was a byproduct of Shilty, one, instilling confidence in me and just letting me play free, right? I said this the other day. I don't know who I said it to, but everyone's like, oh, when you're in AAA, you rake, man. Like, they're like, why? I was like, because I play free, man. Like, I don't feel like I need to be anybody else, You
feel different in the bigs? Like you need to be somebody different?
Yeah. Prior teams, like New York, Anaheim, they wanted me to be somebody I wasn't. And I come here and she's like, be Tyler Wade. Like, that person's plenty good enough. And
that's awesome.
The moment he said that to me, man, it just clicked. I was like, perfect. I can just be me. I don't need to do anything else, man. And just the communication aspect of what he does and the leadership values that he brings to this team, it makes me feel at home, man. And I've said to people, I've been here for a year now, and this place feels like home, and it feels like family to me, man. Like, it feels like I've been here for 8 years, which is crazy.
We're talking to Tyler Wade. So with that in mind, Woods is the people person of the two of us. He's gregarious. He's outgoing. I'm more of the introvert. You have you're a people person in there. I've seen you interacting with your teammates. What is it, do you think? I mean, do you do that? Is that conscious? Is that just who you kind of are? But
we're human beings. We're just human beings.
But I mean,
we care about other people.
The other big leaguers, they gravitate toward him. Sure. in that clubhouse. I saw it even after that Game 5. I was in that Dodger clubhouse, and as sad as it was, they were kind of gravitating toward him, and I was just I was fascinated by that. And just, is that something that you cultivate, or is just natural?
That's just me being me, man. It's organic, and Shilty's head's getting big if he listens to this, but it's a byproduct of him, man. Like, I'm able just to be me. I feel like I can be myself. I've always been that way, right? Other clubhouses, I've had to suppress that, and like I think that like doesn't allow me to be myself on the field as well, but like even Manny, Toddy, Jake, the leaders, Joe in this clubhouse, from day one last year, they made me feel like I was at home and I was able to be myself. And I do think I'm a leader, but I don't think I'm a vocal guy. I just go about my business, and it's like what you said, man. I'm just able to be myself unapologetically, and it's been great, man. And it's good to be around these guys. And
speak of the devil. Speak of the devil. Look who's here.
But yeah, exactly. What's up, baby?
Morning. How you doing, buddy?
See you.
But yeah, man, it's special, like having guys like him, man. It's being able to learn from him, and just letting me be myself. You know what I mean? I think it takes a lot of weight off his shoulders, and whoever else is.
Yeah, no doubt. Tyler Wade joins us this morning. So, all right. So, where if you could pencil yourself in the lineup every day, where do you want to play? What's your favorite? Because I've seen you play 4 or 5 positions already with the team.
It's a loaded question.
It's very loaded.
That's a loaded.
It's very
question,
loaded. That's what I do. You can say it.
Anywhere.
Oh man, that's the political answer.
I grew up playing short. Okay, so I'll give you that.
All right. Well, I mean, yeah, my 7-year-old wants fly balls now in the outfield because of Jackson Merrill, and Jackson told him stay in the infield. So
the guy said it way too hard. Go to the outfield. But man, anywhere, man. Like, I've been doing it for so long now, and it's all second nature to me, man.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I love
anywhere, really.
Even left field?
Anywhere. I don't know what year. You got to fact check me on this, but I think 2019 or 21, I played more games in the outfield than I did in the infield. So
that's crazy.
It just depends, man. Like, it's just I know. I think the biggest thing for me to embrace is I realized who I was as a player and what I bring to a team. So it's just like, could really care less where I'm at, man.
Yeah,
like,
just as long as you're in there, right? You just want to be in there.
Whether it's the 7th inning or 1st inning.
Yeah.
I can care less, man.
That's
like,
awesome.
That's what I love.
Tyler, it's great to sit down with you. Thank you for spending some time and showing me at least how to interact with human
humans,
beings.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, I'm introverted, man. Believe it or not, man. Like when I'm at home, I don't talk. I just chill.
I doubt it very much. Very much.
Tyler
Thanks,
Wade,
Tyler.
we're going to take a quick timeout. Mike Schultz, the guy
Thanks,
who you were
guys.
just talking about, is
Oh,
actually going to join us.
Put in a
He
good
makes
word.
us a little nervous.
He
I'm
does.
beginning to be-
He makes me nervous too.
He's
Okay,
intense.
so it's-
yeah.
We love him though. We love him.